Welcome to the Musar video blog. Finally, the holidays are over. We're moving on in the year. And I thought to myself, this is when I really need to take a look at what I did during these number of weeks. The month of Elul, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot, Shmini Atzeres. And during that time, we spoken a lot about how we want to improve. So I thought it was a good time to examine, am I doing it? Am I carrying out those ideas that I had hoped to? And maybe I need to tweak it. Maybe some of the stuff I thought I would do is not exactly on the mark. So I thought, let's do like this. I'm going to make a list of obstacles, because usually that's what happens. You think, I'm going to do this and this, and then when you get into it, after the inspiration kind of like dies down a little bit, and then you realize that, oh, it's not quite what I thought. It's not as easy, and there's obstacles. So you know what? I'll make a list of the obstacles. And so I sat down and made a list of the obstacles, and now we can move forward. So that's my proposal to you. Whatever it is that you're working on, instead of focusing on what you need to do, take a moment out and focus on, well, what seems to be getting in the way? And then what can I do to get around this? So from what I just told you, I think there's actually two lessons. One lesson is, make a list of the obstacles. But another lesson is the following, that I actually thought of this idea maybe a week ago. And I said, that's what I'm going to make the next video blog about. But I didn't make the list right away. But as I was getting closer to today, I realized, hey, I can't make a video blog about making a list about obstacles unless I actually make the list. So I had to sit down and make the list. So I think that's an important lesson as well. If there's something you're working on, put yourself in a situation where you're going to have to come through on some level. Okay, you're working on Midah X. Okay, so tell your friend, tell your spouse, tell somebody that, tomorrow I want to talk to you just for a short time, 15 minutes. I want to share with you some of the ideas about Midah X that have been relevant to my life and what I'm doing about it. Then you're forced to make a list, or not a list, but at least some sort of presentation. Make the commitment, put yourself in a situation where you will have to produce. And as a result, you will produce. So if you have the great fortune that you give a class on it, say next week's class is going to be about this. If you're part of a Musar Vad, and you have the opportunity to say, well, next week I would like to talk about this. And pick something that's relevant, that is meaningful to you, and that'll force you to do something about it. Now you can come up with other ideas of how you can force yourself into it, but I think it's in general a good suggestion. Create a situation that puts a demand on me, and thereby I will have to meet that demand, and it will rebound to my benefit. So again, two suggestions. One, make a list of the obstacles, figure out how you can get around it. And two, create situations in which you have to produce. See you next time.